The resurrection and rapture, the bride and her future. In the previous video by Perry Stone, you could see what a Jewish wedding looks like. Such a wedding was very different at the time than in our time. When a suitable bride was found, a contract was drawn up between the groom's father and the bride's father, and a dowry was paid. Wine was drunk to confirm it. After that, they didn't see each other for at least a year. The son built an addition to his father's house. His father indicated when he could pick up his bride, and that was usually at night. So he came very unexpectedly for his bride. When he arrived, she was transported with an aperion and lifted up. When the bride arrived under the huppah, God was blessed and thanked. This huppah is the extension to the father's house. Afterwards, the couple went for something to eat and drink, and in ancient times the marriage was consummated. Then there was a feast for 7 days. This is actually all prophecy. God makes a covenant with his people. He paid with his blood. The bride was set apart. We read this in Ephesians chapter 5. The bridegroom has left her to prepare a place. Yeshua said in John chapter 14 verse 2, "In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you." 3 And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again, and receive you unto myself, that where I am, there ye may be also. Only his Father knows when he can get his bride, and then he will take her into the rapture. In Song of Songs 5 we read that the bridegroom goes to fetch the bride, but his bride is sleeping. She hears shouting, but she thinks, "I just undressed, washed my feet, and I don't want to get them dirty again." The bridegroom waits, but the door is not opened. He pulls his hand from the door. She suddenly heard his voice and is afraid that her groom is leaving, is emotional, and gets up and opens the door. He's gone, she hasn't watched, she's missed him, he's gone. Then someone asks, "Why is your beloved more than another whom you have conjured?" She answers, "My love is shining, red, and he carries a banner for tens of thousands." Mark 9 verse 3 says, 3 And his raiment became shining, exceeding white as snow, so as no fuller on earth can white them. Revelation chapter 19 verse 13 And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of God. 14 And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean. Continue with Song of Songs 5. She runs through the city, the guards find her, they beat her, wound her, and took away her veil. Left in the great tribulation, after the rapture she is beaten and wounded. But not those who watched, they opened the door and went with him. Matthew chapter 22 verse 2 The kingdom of heaven is like unto a certain king, which made a marriage for his son. 3 And sent forth his servants to call them that were bidden to the wedding, and they would not come. Most of the Jews of his day, those who were invited to the wedding, did not see him as their Messiah. Those who were invited to the wedding did not come. They seized his servants, insulted them, and killed them. Matthew chapter 22 verse 7 But when the king heard thereof, he was wroth. And he sent forth his armies, and destroyed those murderers, and burned up their city. This happened in the year 70 when Jerusalem was destroyed by the Romans. In the parable of the 10 virgins in Matthew chapter 25, they are all sleeping. Only the 5 wise virgins have enough oil. We have to wait a long time for the return of Yeshua. The 5 who have enough oil proves their patience, endurance, and faith. The 5 foolish virgins lose their faith and no longer believe that he is coming. Then when he comes, they are not ready. The wise virgins enter the wedding and the door closes. In Luke chapter 12, Yeshua talks about people who wait for their Lord when he returns so that when he knocks they may open it straight away. Luke chapter 12 verse 37a Blessed are those servants who are found watching and open the door. And then Luke chapter 12 verse 38, And if he shall come in the second watch, or come in the third watch, and find them so, blessed are those servants. In the fourth watch Yeshua walked on the sea, he treads the nations, the sea, in his wrath, so he probably comes in the second or third watch. So between 9 o'clock in the evening and 3 o'clock at night. In a parable in Luke chapter 14, a certain man who prepared a great supper. Yeshua speaks of invited guests who did not want to come. They all had an excuse. Many will not want to participate in the rapture. There will really be people who do not want to give up their lives. This is also stated in Matthew chapter 16. 25 For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it. Revelation chapter 3 verse 20 Behold, I stand at the door, and knock. If any man hear my voice, and open the door, I will come into him, and will sup with him, and he with me. In Revelation chapter 19, when Yeshua has revealed himself to the world, the wedding feast comes. Verse 7 Let us be glad and rejoice, and give honor to him, for the marriage of the Lamb is come, and his wife hath made herself ready. There will be a crown for those who watch and long for his appearance or parousia. 2 Timothy chapter 4 verse 8 Henceforth there is laid up for me the crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, shall give to me at that day, and not to me only, but also to all them that have loved his appearing.